Hi, I'm Catherine Gordon from Sugar Freedom and the Sugar Freedom Challenge, and today I have some of my secret weapons here for you. Sugar Freedom came out 3 years ago, it's hard to believe, and the program has helped the readers lose thousands of pounds and inches, literally. And I have some books and records in my office, and I'm going to go through and count down everyone that I've worked with and heard from, count up the pounds they've lost, because I think we've lost more than a ton. We're here in the US and we still talk in terms of tons and a lot of kilos, so I'll have to look that up. So I have not updated the program in 3 years. So one of the reasons why is it just works. For the people who actually get Sugar Freedom, read it and apply it, we've had extraordinary results. But we get even better results with the people who also train at the same time. And then an even higher level of results with the people who I am fortunate enough to work with live, previously at Gordon Studio and now at Casa Dance at the Dome in downtown Sonora next to the historic Dome building. In addition, I run these challenges. And I know people have said this before, this will be, the last one that's free, we're gonna charge all this money for them. But the reality is that I do usually charge $99 for these challenges. That also includes some personalization in the recipes and training plans. This one is going to be the last one that it's going to be completely free, where we'll do one of these full challenges and we do the meal plans and the training and everything else. We will still have a community going forward for everyone who gets the Sugar Freedom plan, and that will be on Facebook, Facebook Sugar Freedom /LBD Challenge, and that will always be there going forward. Well, as long as Facebook is there and as long as I am around, I will maintain that and I will be there for you. So enough about that. Today is about my secret weapons. Some of the things that you might not normally have in your cupboard that are going to help you with your fat loss, whether it's nutritionally or whether it's in terms of exercise. Let's start with exercise because that's actually a shorter list here. I was working with a client today and she was asking about soreness. And one of my favorite items, if you're sore, is spray-on magnesium oil. You remember Mom, Grandma used to tell you to take an Epsom salt bath? The same active ingredient is here in the magnesium oil. I don't know about you, I wish I had more time to fill up the tub and soak in the tub, but I really don't, so instead I can spray this right on. I get this on Amazon.com. Let me put my glasses on. This is Swanson Ultra. Dr. Barbara Hendel's magnesium oil. Oops, I told my client the wrong name. I'll have to get a hold of her and say, this is what it's called, Swanson Ultra. This is like my 4th bottle that I've used, and I've bought more and given them away. Muscle soreness, spray this on, rub it in. You might find that it itches or stings a little bit. If it does, just wash it off with some warm water. Rub it in, wash your hands after you're done. Magnesium. Good for you nutritionally, also good for you topically and transdermally, this for sore muscles. The next one, you've probably heard me talk about it before, but I'm going to talk about it again because it's so important. Bragg's apple cider vinegar. There is research. I believe that there was a Japanese study that was, a double-blind study with a control group where they studied this. I have to admit, most of people's praise of apple cider vinegar it's anecdotal. We use it ourselves, we use it with our clients, and it seems to work. I want to thank Rebecca Tabbert, who initially told me about this about 2 years ago. So I learned about this after I originally released Sugar Freedom. So in the new Sugar Freedom program that I'm working on right now, this will also be a part of that. A tablespoon in plenty of water. It tends to be pretty strong. You don't want to hurt your tooth enamel or hurt your tummy, so drink it in plenty of water. At least a glass of water, if not, a big 16-ounce tumbler. You can add the juice of half a lemon to this and some stevia. What sweetener do I use? Do I use a sweetener? Yes, I do. I'm a sugar addict. Whenever I go back to it, everything goes out of control. Bona fide, dyed-in-the-wool, 100% sugar addict. Some people wise people say if you are a sugar addict, just, pull any kind of extra sweetness out of your nutrition plan. And I get that, but I like a little bit of sweetness in my coffee. I like a little bit of sweetness in my cereal substitute, my no grain cereal, Freedom cereal. And the sweetener that I use is stevia. And this brand is called Stevita, which makes me want to sing Stevita, Stevita, Stevita. Musical theater actress, you may know. Stevia, liquid stevia. Why liquid? Because in order to make the powder loose and powdery, too often they add dextrose with it. Dextrose, O-S-E, anything with an O-S-E at the end of it, lactose, maltose, is a sugar. But this is stevia from the stevia leaf, natural liquid extract, just a few drops. Speaking of stevia, I love coffee. I'm a happy person because coffee. This is what I put in my coffee. This is Sweet Drops, English toffee flavored, so delicious. I also put organic heavy cream in my coffee. This is kind of interesting. One of the things that's going to change about the meal plans that I'm going to be sending out for this challenge is I'm pulling back the fat a little bit and managing calories a little bit. Now, here's what I say about calories. Calories are the wagon. Appetite is the horse. And hormones are the driver. So calories do count, but appetite and hormones count more because hormones are driving appetite and appetite is driving the content and the quantity of what you eat. Actually, mostly the quantity. So I do believe, and I know that there's a great deal of controversy in the science right now. Is it quantity or is it content? Are we losing weight because we're getting rid of sugar and grain? Or are we losing weight because we're reducing the amount of energy we're taking in? And I hope this isn't going to sound like a cop-out, but I think it's both. When we take out the sugar and the grain, in my experience and the experience of my clients and readers, what happens is that the appetite readjusts. It drops. You're just not hungry. Not only are you not hungry, you have energy. And then that causes a natural, spontaneous reduction in the intake of calories. So it is both. But hormones drive appetite, which then pulls the calorie cart. So we have to manage the content, in my case, because I am a sugar addict, we manage the content by pulling out the sugar and the grains, and then the appetite modifies naturally. We eat less, we release fat, while still having energy and enthusiasm for life. I feel so enthusiastic today. So it's a wonderful thing. So let's get on to, so we've got the stevia, whatever flavor you like. And I talked a little bit about cream, and I also talked about some of the adjustments that are going to be made in the new meal plans that if you join the challenge, and this is a limited time thing. This is the 18th of January, and I'm only going to be bringing new people in until Thursday because the materials have to go out on Friday. So if you happen to be seeing this, you would need to email me, Catherine@sugarfreedom.com by Thursday, by the end of, let's say midnight Pacific on Thursday for me to get you on the list. And I also want to say thank you so much to everyone who has joined. I am so excited. And really the only thing I'm asking, of course, this is for people who've bought Sugar Freedom. So if you don't have Sugar Freedom, go to sugarfreedom.com, get the program, and then this 6-week challenge is yours for free. But that is the one thing that I do ask. I ask people to actually own the program. Right now it is on sale for $19. But if you already own it, which a lot of people on this list and watching this video already have the program, you're in, nothing else. Okay, so let's move on to breakfast. It's winter here in California. The rain is coming down. The internet is actually down right now, so we'll put this up later. Cold, clammy mornings. I like a hot cereal. But what do? I'm a sugar addict, and I'm also, my appetite is overstimulated by grains. So what do? And I have been experimenting every morning trying to get the formula right for our hot cereal so I can share that with you. So our hot cereal consists of a tablespoon of chia seeds. Oh, here it comes. Chia. A tablespoon of chia seeds soaked in 1/3 cup of water. 2 tablespoons of flaxseed. And then 2 to 4 tablespoons of coconut flakes. And then another 2/3 cup of water. So what we're trying to get is we're trying to get a bowl of cereal that's going to come out to a cup, because that's what I find satisfying with my meal. I want it to be that big, not too watery. And so what I do is I put those ingredients together and microwave it, 1.5 minutes, stir it, microwave it another 1.5 minutes. I was talking to one of my students today who said she doesn't have a microwave, and I think it's a lot of people are getting away from their microwaves. And if that's the case, put it on the stove, stir it, cook it until it bubbles a little bit, and then as it cools a bit, it will thicken. And then you can add a few drops of stevia and some cinnamon to that, maybe a little bit of cream to make that especially tasty. I got to admit, I got to tell you the truth. I use a little less than 1/4 cup of sugar-free syrup on it. And I know, it's not like an all-natural ingredient, but every once in a while there's a couple of things that I use just for enjoying the food that I eat. I think tomorrow I'll try it just with the stevia and the cream and the cinnamon. Also, what's really great is as we get into spring and summer and as berries start to come into season, you can have that with some berries, mix it in, and it's really delicious. For the first 3 days of Sugar Freedom, you're not going to be having fruit, but by day 4, you're going to have a serving of fruit in the morning. And of course, this wonderful grain-free cereal. So I think that is everything. We've got the flaxseed, chia, stevia, magnesium spray, and of course, my old trusty Bragg's apple cider vinegar. So once again, the challenge, if you want to get in on it, you need to have Sugar Freedom, and you need to email me, Catherine at sugarfreedom.com by Thursday. So if this is Wednesday, well, by the end of the day tomorrow, so I better get this up. I better find a working internet connection. But otherwise, even if you don't join, I hope that those are some tips that you can use for getting over soreness and also figuring out something that's totally sugar and grain free for you to enjoy as a hot breakfast. I can't wait for this challenge. I can't wait to get lean, get confident, get to know more of you in the group, and I'll see you in the group. Thanks, everybody. I'm Catherine Gordon for Sugar Freedom. Bye-bye.